Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host and presenter, Advocate Tulo Hoyani. This morning, I would also like to look at the issue again of the Commissioner of the South African Police Services in KZN, Mkhwanazi. You'll recall that the controversy around Mkhwanazi began when it was not very clear whether it was the minister who had instructed IPID to investigate Mkhwanazi, or whether it was IPID itself that was taking this investigation into Mkhwanazi. That seesaw game is now becoming much clearer. This is now unraveling, so to speak. IPID then came up with a story that, there's an anonymous complainant. They are pursuing an anonymous complainant, and it was very, awkward. Or it was a very awkward situation because this anonymous complainant was not being investigated, was not being identified. And the question was, why would IPID pursue an investigation on behalf of an anonymous complainant and fail to disclose that complainant? Now the chickens have come home to roost. We now know the truth. It is in fact not that anonymous complainant. It is IPID itself. So IPID has been playing games with us. First they said it was a minister, then they said it is that anonymous complainant, but Mkhwanazi has come out plainly in a recent interview to say it is IPID that is behind this investigation. And Mkhwanazi says, I am not at all worried. I'm not bothered by this investigation. I will take it as it comes. In that interview, Mkhwanazi also says, I even know the reasons why these people are pursuing me. I have said in the past that Mkhwanazi's, track record of crime fighting in KZN is exemplary, and it's just what every commissioner of police in the provinces must be doing. Mkhwanazi's approach to crime fighting is hands-on. Like I always say, Mkhwanazi doesn't give you statistics. He's not the sort of person who will be attending press conference after press conference to tell you how much he's fighting crime. The results are there for all to see. On a weekly basis, monthly basis, Mkhwanazi confronts cash-in-transit robbers in that province. Mkhwanazi is confronting corrupt people in that province. And the results are there for all of us to see, because the levels of crime in KwaZulu-Natal have significantly dropped, courtesy to the efforts of Mkhwanazi. Now Mkhwanazi says there are vested interests. There are people who are working hand in hand with these criminal syndicates. And it is because of his investigation of these criminal syndicates that he is being pursued. In other words, his investigations into these criminal syndicates will then expose these individuals who are in fact in IPID and who want to see him out of the way. So that is the situation that we have with, or this is where we are with the investigation into Mkhwanazi. Mkhwanazi has also, indicated that, the whole thing also stems from the fact that there is something called a police secret fund. That police secret fund is being corruptly used by some high-ranking officials within the South African police services who rent their houses out as safe houses, where where witnesses are being given protection during, trial proceedings. They then purport to hire these houses to the South African police services for occupation by these witnesses under this witness protection scheme, only to find that they never actually hire out those houses. They claim money purportedly because they've hired out these houses to these witnesses and claim money for houses that were never hired. This is how that secret fund is being abused. So among other things, Mkhwanazi is exposing all these things. Right? He also says there was an individual, who got acquitted for some wrongdoing. It was way back in 2013. And they are also, they are mainly pursuing him also because shortly after, he had come to a decision that, there was no case for that particular individual to face, and that individual was acquitted, then people started gunning after him. So at the present moment, Mkhwanazi is supposed to be facing an investigation into the fact that he prevented the arrest of a correctional services officer in KZN who was operating a criminal syndicate out of the Westville prison in Durban. So that is what they are saying they are pursuing against him. And Mkhwanazi's own explanation has always been, there was no need to have had that individual arrested, because to have arrested him without the necessary and tangible evidence, the whole thing would have backfired, because it would amount to an unlawful arrest. And if the police had also opted to have him prosecuted, because you can only arrest with a view to prosecution, it would also have amounted to a malicious prosecution. And the police or the Minister of Police would then be slapped with a lawsuit, perhaps running into millions. Remember, this is a very senior, official in the Correctional Services Department. So Mkhwanazi was saying, without, that evidence, how then would it be possible? Where would the justification for the arrest of this gentleman, or this individual, happen? Because he was saying that with the evidence at our disposal, there's no need to arrest. So Mkhwanazi is still facing these battles. But coming out of that interview, the most important thing that I took away from that interview was that Mkhwanazi is saying, I am unfazed by it all. Let them do whatever they want to do. I am prepared for the worst of the West. That is your typical Mkhwanazi, facing situations head on. I have said in the past that it would be in the interest of everybody to have this thing disposed of, because the longer it hangs over Mkhwanazi's head, the more it has the potential of damaging his reputation. But the reputational damage, I think, is being minimized by the fact that everybody can see what is at stake here. The man is a corruption buster. The man is a crime buster. That is the sole reason why he's being pursued. Having said that, let me thank you for all the views that I'm seeing. Let me thank you for all the subscriptions that I'm seeing. Please like and share these videos. And please, like I always say, don't skip those ads, and have a wonderful day.